Greetings, my friends. We thank the Lord again that has brought us together this morning, that we can come and meet and talk about the things that pertain to our family lives. We want to continue to talk a bit about the childless families. There are some few highlights that I want to make today, but I want to concentrate mainly on the causes of childlessness, especially in women. I will look next week to men. I also want to begin by saying childlessness has some cultural consequences in the community, because people who have got no children in their marriages, they face some difficulties in the communities where they are living. Research has proven that they also present with some psychological challenges. They also sometimes present with some psychometric challenges, and as a result, it can increase their stress level, depression. It can increase their low self-esteem. It makes it difficult, especially for women. You find that even in the churches, I've had this experience which is very painful, which is unpleasant with childless people, and that makes them feel like they are sidelined, they are not valuable, and it makes them feel they are not human beings enough. And that's why most of the times people will tend to think that maybe they are cursed. People will tend to think that maybe there's something wrong that they have done. But I want to say, as I said last week, friends, everything is in the hands of God. Everything belongs to God, and He knows and He understands why. I've seen in churches most of the times you find that maybe a simple thing like somebody comes and asks for money from a person who doesn't have a child, or a woman who doesn't have a child, and you say, no, I don't have money. You will hear them gossiping in the corners. What does she do with money because she doesn't have children? You find that sometimes children are playing outside in the community, and you see they're doing wrong things. Then you rebuke them. You will hear the gossip. What does he or she know about children? And it doesn't necessarily need somebody to bring up a child to say a wrong thing that a child is doing. So as a result, it frustrates the people that are childless. So today I want to highlight on some issues that cause childlessness, and then when we continue talking about them, we will look at some solutions in the problem in the process. Most of the times, the main thing that causes childlessness, especially with women, it's the issue of the ovulation problems. Ovulation, we're talking about the release of an egg from time to time. So if there is a problem with that, there will be a problem with getting children. Sometimes you find that in some instances, the eggs are not released at all. Sometimes in some instances you find that the egg is released at some cycles, and at some cycles is not released. That can cause challenges with conceiving. And if you make your research, it has been proven that most of the times that's the main cause of childlessness. And research also shows that 1 out of 4 women, their problem of infertility, it's undefined, it's undefinable. You cannot really tell what's the challenge that makes them develop that infertility. So a few things that can cause the ovarian or ovulation problems. Yeah, some few things that can cause some ovulation problems. Number 1, the most common one is the polycystic ovary syndrome. in that, you find that it becomes difficult for a woman to conceive because of that. And sometimes you find that the premature stoppage of the production of ovaries, maybe before the age of 40 or so, can cause that. So there are some few things, but the polycystic ovary syndrome, it's one of the common problems with women that can cause a woman to is not to ovulate or to have challenges with ovulation. The other problem, it can be because of the civic mucus. You see, there is a mucus that is produced by a woman, especially during the ovulation times, which is very thin and allows the sperm to swim up and be able to fertilize an egg. Sometimes when it has got those abnormalities, it makes it difficult for a sperm to swim, and then as a result it will be difficult for a woman to conceive. You can see that those are biological problems that are caused by certain things in women. That has nothing to do with a person being cursed. All right, sometimes it can be caused by the fibroids, non-cancerous fibroids, which usually grow in the womb of a woman, and sometimes it makes it difficult for a person to conceive or to be fertilized, or the egg to be fertilized. Sometimes even when the egg is fertilized, because of those non-cancerous fibroids, it becomes difficult for the fertilized egg to hold on the sides of the womb so that the embryo can grow from there. So then it becomes difficult for a woman to conceive. You can also see that all those things, they've actually nothing to do with being cursed. Those are just some biological abnormalities that can be treated, but some of them are identifiable. Sometimes, friends, you may find that there are some difficulties in development of these eggs in the process, and then as a result it makes it difficult for a woman. So those are some of the things that you can look at them medically and be able to deal with them, but because sometimes we tend to think that maybe I was bewitched, maybe God doesn't want me to have children, all those things, then it makes it difficult for a woman to conceive. I want to show you that we are living in the world which is full of abnormalities. Actually, people have substituted normal things with abnormal things. If you do normal things, they say you are abnormal. Nancy van Pelt, the author of To Heaven to Hold and Child Guidance, she once said a statement like, ever since the fall of man in the Garden of Eden, no one is normal. She actually puts it like everybody is insane. It's just that we differ in our insanity. So I'm trying to say in this issue that we are living in the world where things are no longer normal. So the great controversy contributes, the fight between good and evil contributes to some of these things, but some of them can be solved medically. We will explore further in these things, but I just wanted to say some few things that may cause infertility with women are those things that I've just highlighted. May God bless you and have a good day. Thank you so much.